Hello, I'm Bruce Zimmerman. This is the Open Line Garden Show podcast for this week. Now, Succulent Containers is a book that I recommended and reviewed last year. And I want you to sort of look at this review and the comment I got from a member of my family. I want to do this because the Barbara Lee Baldwin has brought out her third book, and I would like to compare it and show you the difference between the two. They came out 1 year apart, so last year and this year. Now, Succulent Container Gardens is probably one of the best books on succulents I've ever seen. It's practical, it's colorful, it's enthusiastic. So when I wrote this review about the Succulent Container Gardens by Deborah Lee Baldwin, I gave it 6 stars out of possible 5. That's how good this book was. Because the book does inspire and it does excite my old jaded gardening soul. Trust me. I mean, I've been at this all my life, and succulents never used to do much for me. Now they do. Colorful photographs, accurate colors, many of them very large. You don't have to go magnifying glass to see which one is which. It also goes into great detail on how to create different containers, and it's both accurate and numerous different types and examples of what to do. She is such that I wanted to go and start borrowing some of my wife's different containers and kitchen utensils, etc., in order to make up these dish gardens. I also sell in my full-time job topiary teapots, and on page 180 there is a teapot like this that you can go and plant succulents into. I also wanted to do a pyramid, and you'll see that one on page 181, except you'll need an awful lot of succulents to do it. My youngest daughter saw the topiary succulent dog, okay, and now wants to go and do a walking cat of succulents. This book has sort of gone and inspired the entire family, such that we went to this past summer to the Buffalo Botanical Gardens and their succulent houses, because they have one of the best collections of succulents I have seen in both Southern Ontario and Upper New York State. So we had a good time, and look at that. There should be a few things on my blog in order for you to see about that. This is what my oldest daughter decided to say. Dad says it inspires his old gardener soul. Well, it inspires my newly minted one as well. I like all the information that this book provides because Dad doesn't always explain what he is doing or why. He just does it, okay? What comes to mind is the cobbler's children going shoeless. There are many pictures of succulents and lots of inspiration in its pages. We have already planned a trip to the succulent greenhouses, which I just told you about, and to get some ceramic pots of mums that is empty. I will also have a hand in the topiary pyramid, sticking in what we decide will be the annual succulents. Oh, and for the record and posterity, it is my book. She has taken ownership of the book. And that was the first one. Now, Deborah Lee Baldwin went and brought out another book on succulents this year, 2013. And, of course, it's called Succulents Simplified, 100 Easy Care Varieties. Well, to be honest with you, she's done it again. And with an awe-inspiring book on cactus and succulents, it's just absolutely fantastic. I love the section on how to keep your succulents fat and sassy. Just fat and sass. Yeah, okay. I'll leave that one alone. Low water, low light, protection from both sun and frost, all covered. Yes, believe it or not, there are succulents that need to be protected from the sun. How to propagate them, all covered in there. How and why you can stress out your succulents. Now, understand this. There's a reason that you want to stress out your succulents, because when they do, they get more colorful. But you got to know which one, how, and the result you should be looking for. It's all covered in this book, which is all about simplified succulents growing and care. Renovating old succulents and dish gardens is covered extensively. I've seen the step by step with color pictures, sharp knives, the right kinds of snips and tools are all shown. And then you get into the disease and pests, which are covered, of course, without using registered pesticides. That means the natural ways of doing it and controlling pests in your succulents and cactus. For those of you who know me well, you know that of my love of rocks in the garden. Well, yes, you really do need rocks. So a lot of these dish gardens you're going to really need as stone mulches, and you can get all these nice bright and shiny stones. Be still my heart. You can use not just the ordinary old gravel, that's boring. How about the glass marble chips or rounded wash stones of your favorite kind? All will work well in these succulent gardens. Containers can be any old metal tin, lunchbox, teacups, old baked tins, you name it. I will never, ever look again at a cake stand quite the same way. Normally, I'm looking at the cake. Now I'm looking at the stand, and how can I plant it up with succulents in it and set that in the middle of your table, whether it's with guests or outside for a picnic table throughout the summer. Fantastic way of doing it, raising it up, getting it out of the way so that people can actually see across the table at each other and yet still be able to see and address the succulents and some of the succulents that actually hang. So that's really good. What can I say? This book has inspired me, and I want to tell you that this book too will receive from me 6 stars out of 5. So remember, Christmas is coming. Cactus and succulents are easy to grow, and both of these books are inspiring, just incredibly beautiful. They're such that you could actually use the 2012 Succulent Container Garden book as a coffee table type book. There's that many great color pictures in it, but I'm sure the guest would possibly need to be searched and would probably want to walk away with it. So just keep an eye on it, because I know my daughter keeps making it disappear in our house. I can never find it. It's always hiding and well hidden in her bedroom. I'm Bruce Zimmerman. This is the Open Line Garden Show podcast for this week.